Hi friends, so this is an audio recording of my How to Wear Hades blog. I'm going to share my screen so you'll see the blog itself, and I'll just read out exactly what I've written just to make it more accessible. So either if you're partially sighted, or you just don't really fancy reading it, and you can hear my dulcet tones instead. Okay. Right, so I'm just gonna share my screen. Yay, so we can all see it. And let me just double check that yes, it is recording. Brilliant. So this is the blog homepage, and that's Alice in Wonderland, and that's Hades. So there we go. I'm just going to read it word for word. I'm not really going to throw in much commentary or anything, but do feel free to comment if you have any questions that come up in the blog. So, let's begin. This week's blog is all about the infamous god of the underworld, Hades. I absolutely adore Greek myth, and not just because my name, Phaedra, is from one. They are extremely complex and full of drama, and we all secretly love a bit of drama. Hades was always my favourite god because he was just annoyed by all the ceremony and pompous and the Olympus politics, quite happy to stay in his underworld. Not to mention, I have always imagined that he's like this really broody bad boy sort of god on a motorcycle anytime I ever heard stories about him or read anything. And I can't be the only one, right? I'm not, you know. So there are loads of books that retell the Greek stories in modern settings, or just flat out just reading them from Homer or the Iliad, they're all great versions. I must admit I'm partial to the romance novels that they've done, the reimagining of Persephone or Persephone, however you want to say it, and Hades' relationship. I do highly recommend the Goddess Summoning series, which is by PC Cast, and that focuses on the goddesses. And there is one where the modern day people get sucked into the body of a Greek goddess, and then she ends up meeting Hades, and it's a whole thing. I'm not selling it very well, but it's a really good book. And I've loved it since I was a teenager. I reread it all the time. Also, Stephen Fry's Mythos trilogy is brilliant. I particularly like the audiobook versions, and I listen to it all the time when I'm like having a really bad mental health day or stressed, or when I get like woken up by my endless amounts of nightmares. It's just really quite centering as part of my self-care. And his voice is just so relaxing. Can't help it. And self-care is important, people. Anyway, the looks that I've created in this blog are all based on Hades, the classic Hades from the Disney 1977 version. And he is, in my opinion, one of like the most sassiest Disney villains, closely followed by Ursula and Maleficent. But both looks that I've done here are inspired by his blue flaming hair, yellow eyes, and the grey robes that he wears. So supernatural demons can just move over. I have put on the blog where you can buy the various things, the various items I've chosen, but honestly, anything that's even remotely similar, or just sort of take inspiration from the colour choices. So this one, let's make it bigger so we can actually see it. There we go. So this one, I've gone with blue jumper, grey jeans, grey jacket, amber jewellery, and these are my own creation of Hades boots. What I'm going to do, because I don't want to take it off the screen, so let's just put. So I'm a person who really loves a simple, easy outfit that you can throw together when you're feeling like really unmotivated or just tired, which is how I feel most of the time nowadays. But the hero piece is definitely the blue jumper, because the beauty of it is it can be worn two ways. You've got the dress that would just look great on its own with some ankle boots or with some flats, or you can, and like a pair of tights if it's too cold, or you can also do what I've done in this one, which is pair it with a pair of black grey, well, these are washed out black jeans, grey jeans, even like any colour jean will probably do, as long as it's not red or purple or anything sort of out there, because it can be quite casual with the ankle boots like in this look here, or sling on a pair of black heels and you instantly dress it up. And my style tip for this is adding a bright contrast lipstick is a really good way to change a day look to an evening look. So, you know, after work, or if you just fancy sort of dressing it up a bit but not going the full route with the, like the proper heels and everything, then bright lipstick or just a very vibrant colour. Like if you wanted to stick with the Hades version, I'd go with like a dark plum lipstick. You could even go like like brownish grey lipstick, or go complete opposite and go nude but like really high gloss, so like really shiny. And all of the fun in this outfit is from the accent pieces. So the handbag is a crocodile print. It's not real crocodile, don't worry, everything is vegan, and it's a really dark blue, but the crocodile print adds texture to it, so you get like a whole other dimension to just like the flat blue and grey colour scheme. I've mixed gold and rose gold metals for the jewellery and gone with amber stones for both the fire pendant. It's actually, the pendant is shaped like an upside down torch of fire, and large studs. I really like large studs with stones because you can wear it with anything. So like if you have your hair up or down, they're always really visible. The bracelet again is rose gold, but it's shaped like a snake because, you know, Hades, underworld, three-headed dogs, snakes. They were very important actually to the Greeks, snakes. And a fun fact is that Hades wasn't only considered the god of souls and death, but he was also described as a god of jewels and riches, because diamonds and pretty much all high quality stones like emeralds and opals, well not opals but emeralds, onyx, they all come from deep underground and from high pressure, so that would be associated with his domain. As I mentioned, the ankle boots are my own creation and is my little sales pitch in it, but honestly any sort of black or grey boots do. I like these ones because I designed it with flames, with the blue flames, with the little yellow accents within the flames and some black glitter just to sort of make it stand out a bit. But they are super comfortable and they go with ankle boots in general, go with everything. Now if we move down to the second look, again we're going with simplicity with this because, you know, Hades basically wore, or all Greeks basically wore very simple dresses and they adorned it with brooches and things. So we're not going like crazy. So I selected an embellished black halter neck top. This one's from Little Black Dress, but you can get them, like, there's any of them. I just really like how the sequins stand out in certain lights, but it's not like garishly obvious. It's not like glitter. It's just quite subtle and catches the light. And it creates quite a nice silhouette when paired with the trousers, which are super wide legged, high waisted, just black trousers. The issue when you wear something like all solid black is you can just look very straight, like you lose some of the definition in your shape. But with this, I went for this really bright yellow belt just to cinch in the waist, and it also breaks up the black, and it also gives another little nod to Hades in the whole thing. But it works with pretty much any bright colour. You don't want to go with one that's the same colour as all your other accessories, like the blue or the grey. You want it completely out there, so like green, yellow, orange, red, like proper out there, because there's no point in it being matchy. My second style tip is that when wearing high-waisted trousers, seamless panties, I know we don't talk about it often, but high-waisted trousers really show all like lumps and bumps, any bit of elastic. But you know, I think jeans are probably the only exception where it doesn't really matter what sort of style you wear. And my style tip number 3 is that when wearing a top with sequins or beading, particularly around the armholes, is it gets really scratchy and can cause really bad irritation, and I hate it, and it drives me nuts, and I can feel it. So even if I'm feeling like really good and I think I look super hot, and then I was just like, oh, just like that tiny nagging thing which is like, oh, stop it. So the best way to deal with it, well, I find, there's loads of other methods, but baby liquid talcum powder. You can get it for like 99p in Asda's. It's brilliant. You have like the tiniest amount, just rub it on before you get dressed and when you come home, and it's brilliant. It just really calms down the irritation, and it also stops you getting, you can get those permanent, not permanent marks, but you can almost get like red proper marks that take weeks and weeks to go. So liquid talcum powder, because actual talcum powder gets everywhere and gets on everything, and it's just a flipping nightmare to get rid of. Right, where was I? Right, the accessories. The jacket here is a trench coat, and it's like super vibrant blue, which again adds another like pop of colour to the outfit and still throws back to Hades. The bag and the shoes. These shoes are not by me, they are Faith shoes. The bag and shoes, I say I don't like matchy, but this is a bit different because you've already got 2 really bright standout colours in the blue and the yellow. It's okay to match other items because they're not the focus. So the grey shoes, I like peep toes just because I think they look super cute, particularly with wide leg trousers. I am a big fan with wide leg trousers of wearing heels of some description. It doesn't have to be high heels, but there should be some sort of heel, because when they're flat, it really does affect. It just makes your legs look quite stompy and big, if you know what I mean. And then with the final bit of this look is the jewellery. So the earrings are the same from the first look with the amber big stones, and the necklace is Cerberus, which is a 3-headed dog that guards the underworld in all of the Greek stories. So I think that is actually it. Oh yeah, the only thing I will end with is that I created these looks and this whole blog because of the shoes. I created the shoes first, and I thought, oh, villains never really get, they don't really get spoken about as much. It's always Disney princesses or the heroes, and yay, look, they saved the day. But they are massively underrated, the villains. They get the best songs, they have some of the best outfits. So I thought I would do, and I must admit, all my other blogs, except for the Harlequin one, is very Disney princess, Alice in Wonderland, Elsa, etc. So go for the villains, and I will attempt to do more villains. I've got an Ursula shoe design that I'm doing, which I will probably do a blog to mimic that, and it won't just be black. Brilliant. So, as I say, do let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you think I ran through things too fast, or there's things I could improve about recording the audio for the blog. Then honestly, open to everything. And let's shut this down. So thank you so much for listening to me ramble on. I did go a bit off script, but we live and learn. That's the whole point of videos. I do attempt to release a blog every Friday. I know I've been quite bad over the last 2-3 weeks because I've been having really bad mental health days. My depression and BPD have really kicked off, so I haven't really had the drive to write and pull everything together, and the looks and everything and all the research, just a bit But this Friday there will be one, and it will be 101 Dalmatians / Cruella de Vil inspired blog. So yes, thank you so much for listening to my How to Wear Hades blog.